Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the first, second, and third rounds of the Valero Texas Open here on History Maker Golf. First two rounds involve the cut, whittling all these players down to roughly around 70 or so, between 70 and 75 players that make the cut. If we look at the real life winner of this 2025 Valero Texas Open, it was Brian Harman. And Harman did it with a score of 279. So we'll be using this score when we get to the third round and head into the fourth round, where we get down to the leaderboard and put in their scores after 3 rounds. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Got these split roughly in half. This is the morning round. That's the afternoon round for qualifying. We're going to put Brian Harman, since he was the winner, we'll put him with the afternoon round, and I will reshuffle these when we get to that grouping. But right now we're going to get to this grouping. And on this grouping, we will shuffle these as well. Going to make 8 stacks. And I think there's about 60 or so in here. So we're going to try to make stacks of 8. Probably the last couple groups or last couple stacks will be only groups of 7, but we're going to try groups of 8 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's one stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know you could do it. They say you can guesstimate it, but I'm kind of OCD when it comes to this. I like to be exact as much as I can. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like I'm going around on cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the last has 3. So I'm going to need to take some of these off here. So they're going to have 7. So the first 4 are going to have 8, and the last 4 are going to have 7. I guess that's the way to do it evenly. We got our miscut, make cut, and outstanding golfers. And we have our chart right here, which we're going to use for making the cut, rolling the 2d6s. And anytime we get either a 14, 34, or 66, there will be an outstanding golfer to keep track of. So without further ado, let's get going. We're going with this first group and see what we get. And the draw golfer is going to be the guy on top, and the top golfer will be whoever's the best rated after that. So if it says draw golfer, I'm just going to take 2 or 3 off the top, whatever it says, and we'll get going here. That is a 32, or I'm sorry, 23. 23, draw 1 golfer, choose top 2 remaining. So we're going to draw 1 golfer. This guy right here, he's going to make the cut. That is Chris Kirk. He makes the cut. And then it says that we're going to take the top 2 remaining. So the top 2 out of these last 7 cards, the 2 top rated, and top rated being closest to number 1 and letter A, they will make the cut. The others will miss the cut. So we come over here and find out who we have. We got a Keegan Bradley's at 2B, so he'll probably make it. Any ties we carry over as well. So it looks like we got a 3-way tie at 3C. We got Hodges, Smalley, and Fishburne. So all ties make it. So that means Lipsky, Hoffman, and Hubbard missed the cut. These 4 guys, Fishburne, Keegan Bradley, Alex Smalley, and Lee Hodges, all make the cut. So they make the cut. And now we go on to the next grouping and just rinse and repeat. 15. 15 says draw 4 golfers and choose the top remaining. So we're going to take the top 4 right off the stack and put them in the makes the cut. That's Aldridge Potgetter, Kevin Kistner, Frankie Capon III, or Capon III, and William Luau, or however it's pronounced. I have no idea how it's pronounced. So we take the top 4, and then we take the top golfer remaining. So out of these 4 golfers, the top rated golfer will make the cut. The others will not. Well, Kim certainly won't at 6A. Fitzpatrick at 2C. So he's going to make it as a 2C. So Jake Knapp and Andrew Rosner missed the cut. This is a tune-up for the Masters, which is next week. So some of the big names aren't here. Roy McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, they are doing their own tune-up, but the other guys are either trying to qualify for the Masters or have a tune-up for the Masters. That's a 25, and a 25 says draw 3 golfers, take the top 2 remaining. So I'm going to draw the top 3. That's Nick Hardy, Trey Mullinax, and Andrew Novak. And then after that, we take the top 2 remaining. So out of these last 5, we're going to draw 2, or not draw 2, but take the top 2. Well, Sam Burns is a 2B, so he's in good shape. And Thorbjorn Olsen's a 4B, so that means Luke List, Ben Silverman, and Trevor Cohn miss the cut. Sam Burns and Olesen make the cut. Move on to the next grouping. We get a 35, and a 35 says draw 2 golfers, top 2 remaining. So the first 2, Henrik Norlander and Ricky Castillo make the cut. And then after that, it's the top 3 remaining. So out of these 6 golfers, we need 3, top 3. Top 3. Well, Garnett certainly will not be. Harry Hall should be as a 2C. Nate Lashley will not be. Ventura will not be. Bjornsson is a 3A and a 2C. And we take the top 3, so Adam Schenk makes it as well. So we got Hall, Schenk, and Thorbjornsson. They all make the cut. Move to the next grouping. 34. 34, and we finally get our first outstanding golfer. It's going to be whoever we draw. So the top guy here is going to be the outstanding golfer, and it's going to be Matt Wallace. Don't really know much about him, but he got the break of being the outstanding golfer. And then it says choose top 3 remaining. So the top 3 left out of these 6. There are 6 there, which take the top 3. So we have Hodge, or Hodge, however it's pronounced. He's a 3. Gerard's a 3A, and Keith Mitchell is a 4A. They're the top 3. Chan Kim, Zach Johnson, and Thomas Rosenmiller miss the cut. Gerard, Hogue, and Mitchell make the cut, with Wallace being outstanding. He's our first outstanding golfer. Next group, 34. Is that the same thing we just had? Yes, it is. So we're going to, again, draw another outstanding golfer right off the top, and that's going to be Ben Coles. So some lower-rated guys are going to be the outstanding golfers here. And then we have top 3 remaining. So we have Chris Goddard, he's a 3B. Siwoo Kim's a 4A. And Hideki Matsuyama is a 2C, and so is Rico Hoey. So that's going to kick Kim out of there. So we've got Matsuyama, Hoey, and Goddard making the cut. We have Jasper Svensson, Hoshino, and Kim miss the cut. But now we have another outstanding golfer. That's an 11. And 11's top golfer only. So we're going to take these 7. Take these 7 guys, and whoever the top-rated golfer is makes the cut. The other ones do not. So let's see who the low guy is so far. We're looking at a 3C for Eric Cole, and he's going to make it. Eric Cole is going to make it as a 3C. Everybody else too high. Fisk, Roy, Woodland, Finau, Goodwin, and Martin all missed the cut. So the last grouping in the morning round, and we get a 16. Draw 5 golfers, choose top remaining. But there's only 7 here, so only 1 guy out of the 7 is going to miss the cut. We're taking the first 5 automatically. Justin Lower, Adam Swenson, Ben Hostler, or Bo Hostler rather, Rafael Campos. So it looks like they're all going to make it because there's only 6 in this group. So Buckley and then Homa, they're all going to make the cut. Because once we took the top 5, there's only 1 golfer left. So he automatically, by default, was the top golfer. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to count how many make the cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 30. So we have 33 plus the 2. That's 35. That's exactly half of this projected 70 that we need. So the guys that missed the cut, they will hopefully qualify for the Masters and try next week. Now we come over to the afternoon group where I put Harmon on top. I'm now going to insert Harmon in the middle, and we're going to do a shuffle. And the reason why I just like to do that, like for the guy who won the tournament, Real World, I like to have him in the afternoon cut rounds. So we'll move these guys off of here. We know we have 35, 33 here, and 33 in the main stack and 2 outstandings. So now we're going to just, I'm just going to roll them out in groups of 8 instead of trying to count them out ahead of time. So I'm just going to do stacks of 8 and just keep going until I run out of golfers, basically. And that by default will make it as even as I can get it. That's 4 per group. So all groups have 6, and then 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So all groups have 7, and then the first 2 groups are going to have 8. Most groupings will have 7, but the first 2 will have 8. So will anyone join the outstanding golfers? We shall see. Afternoon qualifying begins now. We get a 45. 45 says draw 1 golfer, choose top 4 remaining. So the draw golfer is Justin Rose. He makes the cut. And then we take the top 4 remaining. Ricky Fowler is one of them. Cameron Young is going to be one of them. Ryo Hisatsune will be 1, and Max McGreevy will be 1. Those are the top 4. Paul Peterson, Jackson Zuber, and Mateo Manacero did not make the cut. And what I did is I went to the actual leaderboard for this tournament, 2025 tournament, and ESPN ranks everybody that appeared there, made the cut, missed the cut, whatever. So I pulled all the golfers that were there. So if they weren't there, they're not in this group. And if they were there, they got a chance to get in the tournament, whether they made the cut Real World or not. They got a chance to make the cut here. 24. 24 is to draw 2 golfers and choose top 2 remaining. So we have Malnati, Peter Malnati and Corey Connors. And then we have top 2 remaining. Top 2 remaining, we got Denny McCarthy. And we have Sam Stevens. Jeremy Paul, Taylor Dixon, Eric Van Ruin, and Joel Dahman missed the cut. McCarthy and Stevens make the cut. And so it's possible Harmon could miss the cut, even though he won the tournament Real World. It's just the way the dice roll. 66, that's going to produce an outstanding golfer. Draw 1 outstanding golfer, and that's it. So this guy's going to be the outstanding golfer. So if Brian Harmon is down in this pack, he's going to miss the cut. So the outstanding golfer is Victor Perez. So look at this. The 3 outstanding golfers have horrible ratings, but all these guys are going to miss the cut. And Brian Harmon is one of them. So he's not going to make the cut, even though, and neither will Jordan Spieth, Mason Anderson, Camilo Villegas, or Ludwig Oberg. A lot of top guys missing the cut here. These 3 guys here are missing the cut. Spieth, Harmon, and Oberg are all going to miss the cut, along with Phillips, Villegas, and Anderson. And that's just a product of rolling a 66. I mean, that's just the way the dice roll. When the dice roll, you only get 1 golfer, and that's it. So now we have 3 outstanding golfers, and they're all not very good, but it's just the way the dice roll. 25, and 25 says draw 3 golfers, top 2 remaining. So we have Kevin Velo, Alejandro Tosti, and Matthew Rydell. And then we're going to have top 2 remaining. So out of the 4, top 2 make it. Matt Kuchar will make it, and Maverick McNeely will make it. So Patilla and Skins will miss it. Next grouping. That's another same one we just had. 25. Draw 3 golfers, take top 2 remaining. So we got Quade Cummins, Sam Ryder, and Patrick Rogers. And then we take the top 2 out of these 4. That's Vince Whaley, Patrick Cantlay. And we do have a tie because Valimaki is a 3B as well, so they will make it. Denny Walker will not. So you do take all ties in this process. We get a 15. 15 is draw 4 golfers, top remaining. So we draw Emiliano Grillo, Grayson Sigg, Nicholas Norgard, and Daniel Berger. They all make it. And then the top remaining out of the 3, and that's going to be Ben Griffin. He's going to make it. So Carson Young and Brad Thornberry missed the cut. They all missed the cut. 2 groups left. That is a 35. Draw 2 golfers, top 3 remaining. So Bud Cauley and Will Chandler make it, top 3 remaining. We have Matty Schmid. We have Kurt Kitayama, and we had Chad Ramey. Those 3 make it. Lanto Griffin and Isaiah Salinda miss it. So the last grouping, the last group of 7, 25, and that is draw 3 golfers, top 2 remaining. So the top 3 that we draw, Seamus Power, Tommy Fleetwood, and Doug Gim make the cut. And then we have the top 2 remaining out of the 4. And the top 2 remaining, Ryan Fox, he's a 4A, and JT Poston's a 4C. So Andrew Putnam and Harry Higgs miss the cut. So Perez was the outstanding golfer from the afternoon round. We know we have 35 golfers total that made it in the morning. Let's see if we got our 70. If we don't have 70, I'm going to bring Brian Harmon back to make the cut as the actual champion. If we don't have 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like we will have 70 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the 30. So that's going to be 36 that make it in the afternoon round for a total of 71, and that's perfectly fine. 71, there's nothing wrong with that. So what we're going to do now is take the 71 golfers that made it, and we're going to put them, it's actually going to be 68 plus the 3 here. So these 68 guys are going to be in 7 stacks of 7, and they're going to be totaling 10. It's going to be 9 stacks of 9, 7 stacks of 9, or should I say 7 stacks of 10. Last couple stacks will be a little less, but if you have 68 golfers and 7 stacks, multiples of that are 9 plus a few extras. So they'll go with the 10. And then what we need to do now is move this out of the way, move this out of the way, and bring out our third round accoutrements that we need as we see who gets placed where by what grouping. And really anything outside of C really doesn't, outside of B really, but I mean, I'll put them out there as best I can. I'm not worried about fitting in D minuses or anything. So we'll leave it at that. We'll call it that. How about that? I think that'll show enough right there. So these 3 guys will have their own, they are the 8th group, the 8th stack as the outstanding golfers. So I will put them off to the side here as the outstanding golfers. We're going to have 7 stacks, and they're going to be roughly stacks of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to take this last one, make the last 2 groups 9. The first 5 are 10 each, and the last 2 are 9 each, and then the outstanding golfer is just the 3 each. And we're just going to repeat the process, but instead of being over here on this one, we're going to be over here on this one. And if we get the little symbols here, they will be situations where the golfers can roll for perks or issues, depending on what happens. And as usual, I forget to get my tokens. Nothing new there, forgetting the tokens. So we're going to have the tokens ready to go. So we know who gets to roll on those certain items. But we're looking at the first group, and we're going to see what kind of placement these guys get. As round 3 begins, 56. Draw golfer contends with A- on a 56. So the draw golfer, this guy here, contends with A-. So he will contend with A-, and that's Max McGreevy. He will be an A- golfer. And then it says top 5 remaining. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong side. I have to be over here. Others finish with D, so that's terrible. All these guys here are going to finish the third round as a D and out of contention. That's going to be Hodges, Fleetwood, Griffin, Cawley, Chandler, Schmid, Kitayama, Rose, and Hizatsune. They all finish with a D. A D. That's terrible. Now we go to the next group. We get a 46, and a 46 says draw golfer contends with A-. So once again, it's the draw golfer, not the top golfer. Alex Smalley, he's an A-. And then it says low golfer finishes D-, others finish with D. So it's just as bad. Let's see who the low golfer is. The low golfer is, I believe, Malnati. It's him and Riedel are 7C. So we're going to give them both D-. It's not worth a runoff on something that low. I'm not even going to worry about it. I will get the decider die out because on this round, all ties require the decider die. Everybody else gets a D, so it really doesn't matter. Potgetter, Fishburne, Hogue, Mitchell, Connors, Fox, and Gim all with Ds. So the D stack is piling up early. Go to this grouping here. Let's move this over here and give us some room. We get an 11. An 11, top golfer contends with and gets a perk. So let's see who the top golfer is in this grouping. The top golfer, Harry Hall's a 2C. Can anybody beat that? Matsuyama's a 2C, but is a 5C in the third round. But Cameron Young is a 1C in the third round, so he is the top golfer. So the top golfer contends with an A+. So he's right here in the A+ area, and he gets to roll for a perk later on, Cam Young. And everybody else contends with B+. So all these guys are in the B+, and they have a chance to make a late charge. We got Thorbjornsen, Castillo, Homa, Buckley, Goddard, Matsuyama, Gerard, Fowler, and Hall. They're all in the B+ category. If we don't get 12 golfers here, we'll tap into the B+ to fill the gap. We get a 55, and that says all golfers contend with B. So how about that? All golfers contend with B. Doesn't matter who you are. McCarthy, Stevens, Velo, Olson, Burns, Novak, Berger, Bradley, Kirk, and Shank all contend with B. But Bs can also have a late run, so they're not totally out of it. Especially since we only have 3 golfers here. There could be a lot of stuff going on. That's a 46. 46, draw golfer contends with A-. So that's Henrik Norlander. He's an A-. And then 40, low golfer finishes D-. Everybody else finishes D. So the low golfer, Cummings, is a D-. I don't see anybody lower than that. 7B from Mullinex. They both finished D-. Everybody else finishes with D. Actually, no, Kisner's a D-. He's an 8. So Kisner's the D minus. Everybody else finishes with D. And that's Poston, Power, Fitzpatrick, Capon, Toasty, Mullinax, and Cummings. They're all, that D category sure is piling up fast. That's the biggest stack I have of the D stacks. Still only got 4 golfers here. We need 12. So I could be doing a lot of digging here. That's a 36. 36. Draw golfer contends with A. Draw golfer is Matt Kuchar. He's going to contend with an A. And it says low golfer finishes D minus. Everybody else C minus. All right, so low golfer is D minus. That looks like Swenson to me. And it is. He's a D minus. And everybody else contends with a C minus. So that's Bo Hostler, Justin Lower, Eric Cole, Rico Hoey, Emilio Grillo, Sig, and Norgard. They all finish with C minuses. Go over here to this grouping. 15, and that's going to be draw golfer contends with an A and gets to roll for a perk. That is going to be Maverick McNeely. He gets to roll for a perk later as a 15. Top golfer contends with A minus. So who is the top golfer in this group? Top golfer right now is Patrick Cantlay, and that is the top golfer, and he is an A minus. And everybody else finishes with C minus. That is Campos, Ryder, Rogers, Whaley, Balamaki, Ramey, and Hardy. They're all C minuses. And now we're down to our outstanding group. We've got our outstanding golfers, the 3 outstandings. And we'll see what happens with them. 25. 25 says draw golfer contends with an A. Draw golfer is Ben Coles. He contends with an A. Does he get a perk? Yes, he does. He gets to roll for a perk. All right. And then it says top golfer contends with A minus. So out of these top 2, who contends with the A minus? It is Matt Wallace. He contends with an A minus. Victor Perez will end up with a C minus. So we're still pretty short here. Looks like we have 10. We need 2 guys to finish the gap to give us 12. So we'll go to our B pluses and find the top rated guys in the B plus section. Who is top rated? Thorbjornsen's a 3A. Gotterup's a 3B. Matsuyama again is a 5C in the 3rd round. Gerard's a 3A. Harry Hall's a 2C, so he's definitely going to make it as a. So now it's between these 2 guys, Gerard and Thorbjornsen. They're both 3As. So we're going to roll off for these 2 guys and see who actually makes it as the 12th participant is a B plus. So we're going to roll the decider die first for Bjornsen. He's got it. So now Gerard has to get the dot, and he does. So we rolled again. Thorbjornsen, no. So if Gerard gets the dot, he's in. No, they can't stand it. Thorbjornsen, no. Gerard, yes. Gerard is in there with the B plus contending, and Thorbjornsen goes back in the B plus stack. So there we go. There's our 12 golfers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I only got 11. Did I miscount that? Then that means I need to bring back the guy we rolled off as the tie, Thorbjornsen. So good thing I counted that. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got our 12 now, finally. We have our 12. So the 12 golfers have been decided as far as contenders go. And now I need to take B pluses and Bs and put them to the side because they may come back for contention later. The other guy, there were no B minuses, no C pluses, and no Cs. C minuses, I'll keep them handy for scorekeeping later. No D pluses, but a whole bunch of Ds, and then D minuses. So all these guys will get some points, just not very many of them. But I'll put them over here in the order that they're in and keep them straight so I can put them in the computer to get their things, their points for the whole race at the end here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to this page right here to figure out what the scores are going to be at the end of the 3rd round. and it's based on what the real life winning score was. The real life winning score was 279, which is over 277. So we're going to be on this grouping right here. Cam Young is the A-plus golfer, 209 or 210. And the sire die is going to determine that, 209 or 210. So 209 or 210. If he gets a dot, it's a 209. Blank, it's a 210. He gets a 209. So we're going to start on the score sheet. Our score sheet, we're going to put in Cam Young. He is going to be the leader with a score of 210. All right, we'll roll for perks at the end. Matt Kuchar leads a group of A's, and A's are 211 or 212 based on the dot. For Kuchar, a 212. For McNeely, a 212. For Coles, a 212. Wow, Young's going to have a 2-shot lead. Oh, wait a minute. Young should have been 209, right? Yeah, 209. I miswrote that. Young's going to actually have a 3-shot lead, 209 and 212. So Young's going to start the 4th round with a 3-shot lead. Don't think I've ever had anybody start with a 3-shot lead before. We have Kuchar, McNeely, and Coles. They will all be tied for second. 3 shots back. Now we go to our A minuses. A minuses, it's going to be 213 or 214. Start with McGreevy. That's a 214. Whoops. Smalley, he's a 213. So Smalley is a 213. And Norlander, he's a 213. And these guys will be tied for 5th. And then lastly, Cantlay and Wallace. Cantlay is going to be a 214. Wallace, a 213. .213 and 4 shots back. So that means McGreevy, Cantlay, and is that it? McGreevy and Cantlay. Yep, they are going to be 214, 5 shots back. And they will be tied for 8th place. And then these 3 guys by default are going to be 6 shots back. They can't get any worse than, they can't be more than 6 shots back or else they'll be off the board. So I'm not even going to roll for them. I'm just going to give them their score, which is going to be a 215, which is 6 shots back. And that's going to they're going to be tied for 9th. And that is going to be Hall, Gerard, and Thor Bjornsson. I'm just going to call him Thor for short. Makes it easier for me. Thor for short makes it a whole lot easier. So now, oops, going to put these guys in their proper spot. These 3 are 6 shots back. They're off a little bit off the what you can see there, but I'll try to fix that at some point if I can get it to working here correctly and get it to show everything. So they're going to be 6 shots back. 5 shots back are Cantlay and Wallace. Let's see here. 4 shots back are going to be, I'm sorry, Wallace is 4 shots back. So it's Cantlay and McGreevy that are 5 shots back. Wallace, Norlander, and Smalley are all 4 shots back. And then 3 shots back, we got a triumvirate here of Kuchar, McNeely, and Coles. 3 shots back, and Young has the 3-shot lead to start the tournament or start the 4th round. So that's what we have. That'll be the determination going forward. And now we're going to roll for the perks and issues for the 3 guys that have pegs by their name. So we will roll for perks and issues, but before I do that, I want to put them in their positioning as far as the leaders and whatnot. So we know Cam Young is leading the tournament, so obviously he's in the front group. And Kuchar and McNeely will be with him in the final group. Coles will lead off the next to last group. And he'll be with Wallace and Smalley. Then Norlander leads the next group, which will include Cantlay and McGreevy. So a lot of new names here compared to most weeks. And then in the first grouping, we'll have Harry Hall, Ryan Gerard, and Thor. Okay, so now we're going to roll for the perks. So for Cameron Young, we're going to roll and see what kind of perk he gets. Cameron Young, and for perks, we come right over to here. Black die and then the white die. That's an 11. So it says lose choice quality. And it could be till further notice. So we've got that question mark there. So we're going to roll the decider die and see if this is going to be for further notice or not. It will not, just for this tournament. So Cam Young has to lose a choice quality. What will he lose? He could lose semi-utility, or he could lose semi-scatter. We're going to say that he loses that utility quality. So Young loses utility. Book quality. It says choice, our choice, my choice to, and this is caddy expertise advice. So his caddy's helping him out. So he's going to lose the utility for this fourth round. So that may come up, may not. Who knows? Next up is Maverick McNeely. He gets a 12, 1-2, and he's going to gain a choice quality. So what quality could Maverick McNeely gain? He's already a semi-champion, a semi-hero, semi-bomber, and a king. Boy, what would he like to gain here? Man. He's going to gain the. We're going to give him the. Man, I got between two of them. I got between laser and shaper, but I'm not sure which one. I'm going to give him the laser quality. So Maverick McNeely will gain the laser quality. So gain laser quality for Maverick McNeely. And now we got Ben Coles. And that's a 45, 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5. If bogey on first hole, mood turns stormy. So Coles, we're going to say bogey, question mark. That means if he gets a bogey on the first hole, it's a bogey, question mark. So if he gets a bogey on the first hole, that means that his mood will turn stormy the rest of the round. If he doesn't bogey the first hole, he's just fine. Cam Young loses the utility quality, and Maverick McNeely gains the laser quality. Those are the changes there. So there you have it. That's what the tournament. Nobody's getting any chips to start the round. Nobody has red chips or blue chips to start the round. So there's no problem there. We got our B and B plus golfers right here, ready to line up for to make a late run. But as we have it right now, there's where we stand. A 3-shot lead for Cam Young. And there's a good chance that a few of these guys are going to be eliminated before Cam Young even tees off. So Cam Young is in a huge advantage. So we shall see how it all plays out here at the Valero Texas Open. Last week we were at the Valspar. So in my little coin envelope, I keep 2 courses, and the 2 that are played back-to-back, Valspar and now the Texas Open. So we go in to my envelope and get the Texas Open, which is, according to Play.com, is listed as the Alamo Oaks Golf Club in San Antonio. It's really TPC San Antonio. So we'll get that course ready to go for round 4 when the time comes. So right now, there you go. That's what we have. And the score sheet is all here ready to go. And on Sunday, I'll post the 4th round So you can see who comes home with the trophy and who does not. And of course, if the golfers fall out of contention, we'll be rolling for them on the out of contention chart. And then we get to the 15th hole on the final round. We will be checking for emerging contenders from that B and B plus group that we set aside. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you all enjoyed that process. And if you're learning the game, hopefully that you gleaned something off of that. And I know it wasn't a tutorial, but sometimes just watching the game played is a tutorial by itself. So that's going to do it from here from the TPC San Antonio Valero Texas Open, as Cam Young will start the fourth round with a three-shot lead over Matt Kuchar, Maverick McNeely, and Ben Coles. As we do the Valero Texas Open, which is a tune-up for next week's Masters. We'll be at Augusta National next week for the 2025 Masters. But for now, we're at the Valero Texas Open. And until Sunday, we will see you all down the road.